Hello and welcome again to our training. Today we are going to discuss about how to use parameter in vTEST Studio. So we are going to use the seat test configuration. Here we have a control and display panel for the seat simulation. Here we are going to test the high adjustment and the longitudinal adjustment. I created the seat test unit which we imported in the older videos. So here we have our test tree. We're going to create two test cases, one for longitudinal adjustment and one for the high adjustment. So the first test case will be longitudinal adjustment. So we want to test that when we press the longitudinal adjustment button for 5 seconds, we keep it pressed, the longitudinal position moves from the low to the maximum position. So this is our test case. This is what we want to test. So let's set those signals. Longitudinal adjustment backwards we need to test, and forward. So we want to go forward. The backward will be set to 0. It's important that one is set to 0 and the other is set to 1. Okay, and we are going to await value match. When we set this, we are expecting the longitudinal block will be equal to 1, and the longitudinal position should be maximum value 20. This is the maximum you can put. We can put here a timeout of 5000 milliseconds. So in this step we are going to set the longitudinal position from 0 to maximum position, and we want to bring it back. So I'm going to put here 500 milliseconds and the same commands here, but here I'm going to put the backwards control to one and the other, and here the longitudinal block should be again 1, and here it will be 0. Okay, let's try to execute this test case to be sure that we have done it correctly. You can see here the position, moving forward, moving backwards, and the test case is passed. Okay, so far so good. But we didn't use any parameters, so we just used some values here. I'm going to create a parameter file here in the seat tests. I will add a parameter file, so here you can define your parameters. Seat unit params, let's say. Here, if you right click, you can see that you have insert a parameter, insert a list, struct, insert a parameter with selector, insert group. You can group your parameters. For the starting, I will just add a simple parameters for our test case. I will put min position, this is 0, and I will put here max position, this will be 20, right? So we need to test the minimum position and the maximum position of our seat. Wait timeout, I will set it to 5000, because this is the wait until the position goes from min to maximum position. So those are my parameters. If I build my project, you have here insert, again, edit, convert, you can convert them, cut, copy, delete. Here you can change the value. If you leave it auto, it will be int 64, but of course you have different types, sorry, the type of the parameter, and you can see your parameters here. So variant properties and parameters you have here, so you can just easily drag and drop. Yeah, let's add some new parameters here. Button pushed, let's say this is 1, and button not pushed. Yeah, it's a little bit funny, but yeah, just for the example. So here I'm going to put not pushed here, pushed. So I'm just dragging and drop my parameters, or you can, of course, you can write here the name max position and double click, and you have here the timeout, wait timeout. Here again, button pushed, button not pushed, and here here it's mean position. I won't do another parameter for this one, does not make sense, and wait. So we just parameterized, how you want to call it, put the parameters in our test case, and yeah, it's really easy. When something changes in the requirement, in the specification, it's easy. Just go and you change the value of the parameter here. It's not needed to change the value in all your test cases, in all the test commands. Let's see if the test case still works. Test and test. So you can see in the report you have the name of your parameters too. So max position, button pushed, button not pushed. It's easy to, it's more explainable, it's more easy to understand what that value represents. So this is another plus. Okay, this is for the longitudinal adjustment. Let's create another test case definition. I will create now for the high adjustment. Value is not valid. I don't know why. I think you need to make the name of the test case to be with underscores or together, so you don't have spaces in the names. And in the high adjustment, I will copy the same and put them here. Insert command. I will adjust them a little bit because I want to change the signals. So here I'm going to put high adjustment up and high adjustment down. I think here it's button pushed, button not pushed. So we're going to set the adjustment up. I'm going to test, so let me explain what I'm going to do. I want to test all the values from 0 to 20. So I want to push and release, push and release until I go one step until 20. So here it's a little bit tricky. You need to be careful. I check the code, and the timeout, it's 100 milliseconds, so you need to just press 100 milliseconds the button and release it to just move one position upwards. So it's really important to take this into consideration. So we are going to press it. I'm going to press this, and I need to release it. Let's put a wait here. about 100 milliseconds. Okay. And here is we need to release it. Button not pushed, so we don't push anything. You don't activate the button, so you set and release. And you wait for this. The block we don't need now. We are going to wait for here. I will add parameter here, current position. I will build to have it here. I think I need to export my test case. Don't forget to export it to be able to use it. And here I am waiting for my current position. So this is the variable from my test case definition. I'm waiting for the current position because I'm going to use this test 20 times. So I'm going to execute this test for 20 times. So this is why I'm using here a parameter. I will make it more interesting. I will add here a parameter high adjustment up. I will put this you need to put it as a signal. And high adjustment down. Again, I will set this as a signal. Okay, I want to make it more interesting for you. And I will put here high adjustment up, high adjustment down, and here again high adjustment up, high adjustment down. Why I'm using this? Because maybe in another test cases you need to change the signals too. So I'm going to show you how to insert your signals in the parameter file. So stay with me. I will, yeah, we can leave this like this, and I will maybe here the timeout I will leave it like this. So we have the function. So I'm going to use those test steps. I'm going to use them until I go from 0 to 20. So in the test tree, I'm going to insert here insert command. No, here in the insert command, and I will write the name of my test case definition. So you need to write the name of the test case definition from down here, and you have two options. You can add the simple test case, it's just for one call, or you can add high adjustment list. So it's a list. Here in the list you need to put your parameters, so you need to insert them. You can insert them here manually, or of course, because we have so many values, we are going to use here to insert the struct list high positions and here so here I'm going to add my parameters. So the first one is the high adjustment up. This is a signal, sorry, so this it needs to be set a signal. I will add it as a signal. High adjustment down. Again, this is a signal. Position, current position. This will going to be a int. I need to have the same times as I defined in my test case definition. So for here the signals, I will going to put the same signals. High adjustment up, I can drag it here, and high adjustment down, and the first position should be 1. And again, I need to do this for all the values. It's easier here to do it instead of do it with test case, test commands and test steps. So just bear with me a little bit until I add all those values here. Yeah, I think it's enough for the example. You can do it for all the values, but let's keep it short for this example. Only a few values. It's too much to add them until 20. I think I can just copy paste. Yeah, it's more easier to add more. Because here we just need to change the current position. But of course, if you need to change the signals, you can drag and drop or just write the names and you can insert the signals. Let's add maybe 2 more. I don't want to stop at 13. Somebody will say it's bad luck, but it's not bad luck. But let's just test 15 positions. So here I have my parameter, my structure parameter file. You can expand here to see your signals. So yeah, we didn't make any mistakes. You have here high position. This is how it looks. And now, if I go to my test case list here, you can write high position. You put here, and automatically you can see it's added here. I have an error. I don't know why. Something is not okay here. You need to select here types of values, member of struct list, and here you need to change the position. I don't know what happened. I think sorry, I'm trying to move it right. Sorry. No, it was right. I misread here. No, I need to go back. Move left. Move left. Yeah, this is the current position. The high. Just and down. This I need to go to right. Down and up. Yeah. So we now have up, down, the current position. It's very important to put them correctly here because if not, the test case won't work. I'm going to check again here my test case. So here we have the set high adjustments up, down, weight, high adjustments up and down, and here await value match longitudinal position is from the other test case. I think I forgot to update it. The high position we need to check here. Okay, high position. I will build my test case and let's try if it works because I had some fails here and now I want to check it again. So let's play the test case. It should work. Wow, perfect. It's green. So you can see the position went up. You can see the signal high position to 50. So if you want to go up and you need to go, of course, you need to add the post condition here to set the high position to 0, but it is not in our scope of the test case. My goal here was to show you how to use structure parameters for test case lists. So this is how you use test case definitions and insert them as a list here using defined parameters. So those examples are very useful for DTC testing, when you have a long list with DTCs, you have the DTC ID, the debound set, and other parameters, so it's easy to create a test case list and use the same test case for as many DTCs you want. Um, one one detail here, I think you can use only 20, 20 or 30 um, lines here for a one test case list call. So if you have 100, you need to split them in more structure parameters. And of course, you can use this testing strategy for routing test cases to set and check signals. It's very easy to use it like this with test case list and parameters. So that is for today. Thank you.